Yo, what is this? What is... No, I'm sorry. What is this?
Avengers, the Children's Crusade. Banned.
No. What was that thumbnail? No. Was it this? Hold on, let me see. Oop. No, what was that thumbnail?
There are tons of extremely cool or powerful mutants in the Marvel Universe that...
It wasn't this, but I kind of want to see this anyway.
each have their own unique abilities. Like Wolverine with his fascination for redheads, his metal claws, and healing factor. There's Cyclops with his super powerful ability to shoot lasers from his eyes, which are portals from another dimension. You got Storm, who controls the weather. Jean Grey, who can control things with her mind and read the minds of others. And then you got your not so particularly cool or powerful group of mutants. Like Gold Balls, for instance, who just shoots gold balls out of his tummy. Or a kid named Bailey, who has the power to blow up, but if he ever used that ability, he'd surely die, rendering
I feel like I've seen this before.
Ever. Just kind of going to show that getting a cool power as a mutant is kind of like winning the
Gold
lottery.
Balls
Because there
is
are
crazy.
more than a few mutants out there that are actually pretty lame and are just kind of hindered by their mutant gift. Take Glob Herman, for example. While some heroes can become invisible, Glob's power to become invisible is limited only to his skin, while everything else is ultimately visible. And it also does...
Bro, who thought of this? Who was like, yeah, we're just gonna give this guy this power because it makes sense. Nigga, like, what? His power literally makes no sense.
Doesn't help that his ability is permanent. He can't switch it off. Like, just imagine waking up one day and your skin is see-through. I'd be absolutely mortified. And not only that, but your normal life is completely gone. At least Glob's got a sense of humor, though. But now to lighten the mood a bit, let me bring you to Ice Cream. Now, just by the name alone, what do you think his power is?
Ice Cream?
If you thought maybe he screams from his eyes like I first thought, it turns out that we're both wrong. Because Ice Cream can turn himself into any ice cream flavor.
Nigga. I'm sorry. Nah, nigga was hungry. He was like, you know what? You know what would be a cool mutant power? If a nigga could just turn into ice cream. What? Actually, you know what? Hold on. Because I thought about it. Hear me out, though. Let's say they have a nuclear level threat. He just turns into an ice cream that a nigga is allergic to. We're all saved. Just saying. Someone sat down and really thought about this. Nigga said he could turn into any form of ice. How does that help anybody? Who is that going to go? Like, bro, what? Also, if you're eating, are you eating him? What if somebody eats you? Like, he's just dead. What the? What power does this serve? What power does this serve, bro? If you eat this nigga, what do you, wait, how does he, unless if he can like rematerialize inside your body, I guess that would be kind of cool, but why the fuck would I want to be ice cream? Like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell? I mean, he could kill me because all he has to do is just turn into strawberry ice cream and then I die, but like, what's the rare chance a nigga, like, you know, unless if they got a nut allergy, he turns into like pecan ice cream or some shit. Like, what service does he serve, bruh?
Flavor imaginable. Don't exactly know the applications his power could provide on the field, but I guess maybe after a game of baseball or something at the X.
Yeah, you want some of my cream?
Just a little side note, while editing, I found out that he only appeared once, so yeah. Don't call me out on that. Anyway,
what do you want? Some of my cream?
Mutant we got. It is Beak. Beak is an example of a mutant's own power just being a hindrance more than anything. Because while he has the appearance of a bird, hollow bones, and a ton of feathers, he can't actually do things a bird can. And I'm sure Beak is a wicked cool dude, but I'm not seeing him saving the world anytime soon. He kind of reminds me of those really eerie looking birds that just kind of look like skinwalkers waiting to strike when you least expect it. He do be chirping though. But alright. Next up, we got Ugly John. Ugly John's mutant gift is having 3 faces that are each uglier than the last. I don't really know what else to say about this one. Next up is Zeitgeist.
Wait, how do you even do... Okay. So his power is like, he's ugly. What the fuck? So is he like, does he get stronger the uglier he is? I don't get it. Like, what the fuck? He just goes on a battlefield, like you just see Thanos or some shit. Look at, ew, gross. You're gross. I'm out of here, y'all. I can't fight y'all. I'm done. I don't want to destroy the universe. Get this ugly ass nigga out of here, bro. I literally don't want to fight no more. Get this ugly ass nigga out of my face. I'm out of here. What? Like, what purpose do you serve? I cannot fight on the battlefield no more. This ugly John's on the field, bro. Like, I can't fight, bro. Like, that nigga's so ugly. I don't want to fight. I actually lose all hope of humanity. Like, what the fuck?
Uglier than the last. I don't really know what else to say about this one. Next up is Zeitgeist.
What the fuck is this?
I think I said that right.
Zeitgeist.
And if you've ever seen Deadpool 2, you might remember him as the dude that killed himself with his own vomit. Because Zeitgeist's mutant gift is vomiting. Projectile acid vomiting. He's not...
I remember this in the movie. This is nasty as fuck. But at least he can use his powers, though. Because who the fuck wants to be thrown up on? Nobody wants to be thrown up on. Like, at least he can use his powers. The other nigga is literally can make ice cream. The other nigga is ugly. And the nigga can see through his skin. His is at least useful. This honestly, this might be more useful than actual real, like, regular X-Men characters, if I'm gonna be honest. You telling me Professor Xavier got a better, like, I mean, he is a telepath, but let's be real. I feel like I'd rather be telepathically controlled than get vomited on. If I had to choose the lesser of evil, bro. I'd rather be controlled mentally than a nigga throwing up on me. I'm not doing that, bro.
Not really someone I'd want to go partying with, in my opinion. Then we got Jazz. Based on the name...
This is racist. Blue guy dressed like a black guy? Yeah, this is racist.
Name, you might think, oh, maybe Jazz's power involves music of some kind. Well, Jazz's one and only power is that he has blue skin.
This is how it feels to be black every day. That's our only superpower, is that we're black. That's not a superpower, that's a hindrance, because we literally get shot every time by the police. Damn. This one's deep. It is. He's saying that the power is not something that you can hold, but it's something that you're born with. You gotta live with it for the rest of your life. The power's inside you. You are the power.
That's his only power. All right. Now we got the mutant called Tag. And what's Tag's secret power?
Of course, the black guy's named Tag.
Causing them to explode? Does he have super speed? No. He just tags people and runs away. Jesus. Tag. And what?
And the thing is, like, his design's kind of cool. I kind of like his design. There's not a lot of black X-Men out there. So the fact that y'all gave him the most lamest power of all time, it actually just genuinely pissed me off. What the fuck you mean this nigga just tags people and that's it? He looks the coolest. I mean, he looks the most normal. I like his design. So you telling me all this nigga do is go up to it? That's not, nigga, I can do that. What? How do you become a superhero? I can do that. Bro, we all can do that. How is he a mutant? How does that make him a mutant though? Not even. That's what I'm saying. That's not even a power. How is him tagging somebody different from me tagging somebody? So I'm a mutant because I can tag somebody now? How does that make you a mutant? Who decides the rules? What the fuck? Now I know there's because I have to mention this too. I know there's another character. I don't think he's Marvel. I think he might be DC. But his name is the Samaritan. And his powers is that he's a good Samaritan. Now, I'm going to be honest. You may say that's lame as hell. But he's also black too. He's also a black character as well. But I thought about it like high key. That's actually a superpower. Especially when you live in like Chicago. Being a good Samaritan in Chicago gotta be tough. So I can understand that. This is actually dumb. Nigga, if I could tag how does this make him a mutant? He's just a normal guy in a suit.
What's Tag's secret power? Does he touch people, causing them to explode?
What the
Does he
fuck?
have super speed? No. He just tags people and runs away. Jesus, like, who came up with some of these mutants, man? Like, imagine Tag pulling up on Apocalypse and just tagging him. Like, just imagine
that nigga getting
eviscerated.
eviscerated.
Just standing there, like, wondering what the hell just happened.
I think he'll be more pissed off.
Now we're at the second to last member of the incredibly weird member of the messed up mutant list, which happens to be the mutant known as Skin, whose gift is that he can control skin. What is...
Okay, I'm not mad at that one. That's actually a mutant power. He looked kind of weird though, but wait, what do you mean by control skin though? Like he can just control like the way his skin moves? I feel like that could be useful, I guess. Right? Because technically you can make yourself taller, right? Or some shit.
Surprise. But more specifically, he can control the elasticity of his skin. Because the guy has roughly 6 extra feet of skin on his body. Which...
Ew. So he's just like a Mr. Fantastic. Oh yeah, so he's like a Mr. Fantastic.
Means he's a more disgusting version of Mr. Fantastic. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for.
There can't be a word...
mutant of them all.
There's
no
way.
The sole reason for my making of this video. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please. I give you... Long Neck.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way this nigga is a mutant. I mean, he is a mutant, but like, what is he gonna do? Nigga name is Long Neck. We have this in real life. We have Long Neck and whatever happened to Long Neck? Hold on, I gotta talk about this real quick. Whatever happened to that nigga though? Cause like Long Neck had a movement. Him and Wide Neck were like, you know what I'm saying? They were kind of running the internet. Like now, are they have regular jobs? Like
his power is having a neck slightly taller than the average neck.
Slightly taller.
That's fucking lame. That's pretty much the whole list of lame mutants I could find for this video.
You forgot about them?
At least they all got their own unique abilities. However, I don't really see them going on any super important X-Men missions in the future. But let me know in the comments down below if there are any other...
This doesn't make sense because, like, the nigga that tagged somebody, how is that a mutant power? Who in the X-Men is taking this nigga, bro? Nah, I gotta see... Nah. He gotta have one on the lamest heroes, bro. I gotta know the lamest superheroes, bro. Cause that shit, there's no, bruh. No. I gotta know, bro. I'm sorry. I have to know. Okay, what the fuck? Why is Travis Scott on here? What the fuck? What's wrong with this nigga? What's wrong with this? What's wrong? No, we're not doing that. No. We gotta, you know. Wait, we watched this? I do not remember watching this. No. No. What the is this nigga eating barbed wire? Nah, that nigga, that's an hour long. Hold on. 10 worst superhero powers.
A lot of my time was just spent physically searching for things.
Maybe you have some questions around travel and expense.
Man, get your ass on my shit.
Today's episode of Variant is brought to you by
Shout out Variant, bro.
Today on Variant, I talk about 10 of the worst superheroes to ever hit the page of a comic book.
I just have to see.
In no particular order, at number 10, we have Razorback. He first appeared.
Who the fuck is Razorback? What the fuck? Who the fuck is a white Razorback?
In Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, issue 13. Now, just by looking at this guy, you're probably like, oh, he has some sort of pig-like power. That's probably incredibly stupid. But no, he doesn't have a pig-like power. He's a mutant with the power to, are you ready for this? He can instinctively drive any vehicle. Yeah, I'm just as dumb.
I really want to know who thought about this character. I really want to know who thought about this character. There is no way. This is some type of tomfoolery I would be on, bruh. This nigga made this character, put him in a superhero suit with a boar's head, and is like, you know what? His power is that he's able to drive a car better than the average person. Nigga, what?
Dumbfounded as you. But with saying that, there's a huge plus that we're probably all overlooking that comes along with his power. He definitely got one hell of a score on his driving test.
That's lame as hell, bruh.
Next, we have Color Kid. He first appeared in Adventure Comics issue 342. Color Kid has the ability to change the color of anything, which, think about it, it could come in real handy.
Wait, that's kind of cool.
Your shirt doesn't match your pants? Boom. Now it matches. Tired of having...
Wait a second. Hold on. That's not bad, though. He can change any color? He should have been there for Michael Jackson. My bad.
Having blue bed sheets? Bam! Now they're red. Or you want that purple and green Heinz ketchup from the early 2000s that got discontinued in 2006?
Colored kid?
Well, guess what? With Color Kid's powers, instant throwback ketchup. See? The power isn't all that useless. Actually, it's pretty stupid.
It's not useless though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
now we have Dog Welder. He first appeared in Hitman issue 18. He's a member of the superhero team Section 8, which is led by the delusional superhero wannabe Six-Pack. Now, you may be thinking, why the heck is he called Dog Welder? Well, that's mainly because he's a mysterious and disturbing crime fighter who welds dead dogs to bad guys' faces.
What? What? Who the fuck thinks of that? Huh? Okay, not even I will think of something like that. That nigga powers that he can weld dead dog. Why do you need to weld some? Okay, all right.
Now, this is some weird human centipede crap. I don't even know what more to say about him besides he's a crime fighter who welds dogs to bad guys' faces. What the heck?
Right.
Next, we have Doorman. He first appeared in West Coast Avengers issue 46. Now, when you think of a doorman, you think of a guy who opens doors like at a nice hotel or something. But Marvel decided to make a superhero named Doorman that by pressing himself against a solid surface, people and things could pass through him and go to the other side of that surface.
What?
For instance, if there were a door you couldn't pass through, Doorman could press himself against it and then you could walk through him. So his superpower is he's a door. I would just like to be around when people ask him what his superpower is. Like, imagine him at Avengers tryouts and Captain America is like, what is your superpower? And he's like, essentially, I'm a door.
I mean, okay, that's not really that useless, I guess. That's not useless, I guess. I mean, the nigga could be a door, I guess. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just trying to, like, I mean, I guess, wait, actually, he might be a good villain, though, high key. Wait, but does he have... Okay, does he have to be on the side of the door to go through him? Because, like, you can enter in, but can you exit the same way? Like, does he have to be inside? Like, because I'm thinking about, like, let's say we go on a mission. We're trying to, like, steal some coins or something, like, right? Or steal some cash. And we got to go in through a vault. Like, I can go inside the vault through him, but, like, can I go outside the vault? type shit. I don't know. That's
Up next is Matter Eater Lad. He made his first appearance in Adventure Comics issue 303, and he's the 15th member to join the Legion of Superheroes. Matter Eater Lad's powers is exactly as his name suggests. He can eat all matter, so he can eat guns out of people's hands,
what the fuck?
Fences or bars in prison cells, eat his way through the ground to make a tunnel, or even have a golf club and tool sandwich, because why the heck not? Now, I guess this power can be useful, like eating your way through somewhere you're trapped or eating a bomb or something like that.
Wait, that's
but
useful.
It's still absolutely ridiculous and definitely isn't visually cool at all.
Wait, does that mean he can eat the sun? This nigga kind of broken. What the fuck? How's that lame? That nigga can eat the sun. What the fuck?
Here we have Skateman, who first appeared in Skateman issue 1. Skateman is exactly what he seems to be, just a normal guy with no superpowers who fights crime.
Nigga, this Tony Hawk.
With a red scarf around his face as a mask.
Oh wait, never mind.
It makes sense since this comic only lasted one issue. And obviously comic books aren't supposed to be realistic, but really, a guy fighting crime on roller skates? How does that make any dang sense? How are you supposed to fight crime and get your footing while wearing roller skates? Anyway, it makes sense that in January of 1991, Kitchen Sink Press awarded Skateman with the award of World's Worst Comic Book of the past 25 years.
Damn.
Next on this list of crappy superheroes is Mannequin. He first appeared in Marvel Age Annual 3. Mannequin is one complicated superhero. Dr. Whitman, aka Mannequin, was born with the ability to shapeshift into 3 distinct beings in varying stages of human evolution. Each being has its own set of superpowers. That is, if you want.
Wait, I was trying to hear him out. What the fuck?
That a snail's faster than a slug. Am I gonna win?
Lord.
I want to call them superpowers. There's Proto, a goo thing that I don't even know. Ape-Man, which is a caveman. Really? The power to shapeshift into a caveman? Wow. And Highbrow, an intellectual being from the future with the ability to teleport, which I guess that one is kind of cool, but if this all sounds a little confusing and just weird, that's because it is.
What? Who wants to turn into a troglodyte?
We have Bouncing Boy. He made his debut in Action Comics issue 276. Keeping this one short and to the point, his sole power is the ability to inflate and bounce around with great agility and resistance. He's basically an indestructible human basketball.
This is not a bad power though, let's be real. Cause let's say I want to bounce ass on a nigga. Like I can bounce my ass on his ass and he can literally die. I did not word that right, didn't I? Fuck.
Sounds awesome? That's because it's not. He's appeared in an episode of Justice League Unlimited and was in the Legion of Superheroes cartoon, which is most likely due to the comical aspect he brings. Because let's face it, you can't take his superpowers seriously. But what you can take seriously are the puns he would be able to make. For instance, when he was leaving someplace with all of his friends, he could say, "Let's bounce." I don't even care.
Oh my god.
That was gold. Did I mention I'm an action figure? It's no big deal. I mean, it's fine. I'm just
he can bounce. Cool. Get it? Roll bounce.
Continuing this list is Almighty Dollar. He first appeared in NFL Super Pro issue 10. Almighty
NFL
Dollar
Super
was
Pro
originally an average accountant who was bestowed the powers to shoot pennies from his wrist. And to top it off, while using his new powers, he would say stuff like, "Apparently I could throw money at my problems." How clever. This is absolutely one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Funny, but extreme.
I feel like y'all could have did more with that though. Cause like, a nigga having the ability to throw money, that's a flex. That's aura farming. Nigga, I want that power. The power to be able to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Let me go to Thanos to be like, broke nigga. Flash some hundreds to his face, bro. Like, this is nothing to me. Plus, I'm throwing that money right into a bag, nigga. Like, what the fuck? I'm infinitely rich. What the hell?
Stupid.
Spider-Man for pennies.
And lastly, we have Arm Fall Off Boy, who I've mentioned before in a past WTF segment, but his power is so dumb, I had to mention him again. He first appeared in Secret Origins Volume 2, Issue 46.
Arm Fall Off Boy.
If you guessed his power is that his arms fall off, sadly, you are 100% correct. He has the power to detach his limbs, and particularly his arms, at which point he uses his arm as a bat to hit people with. So let me just say this one more time. His superpower is he takes his arm off and uses it as a bat to beat people with. Clearly this character, like all the other characters on this list, were intended to be lighthearted or dumb like on purpose. Coochie. At least that's what I need to believe, because if not, I don't even know.
Let's just say if being a superhero doesn't work out for him, you know, he can have multiple clients. The name is terrible.
Did you know Marvel feared that Spider-Man would scare people? Spider-Man is without a doubt one of the world's most famous and popular superheroes, but the Wallcrawler was very close to being scrapped entirely. Martin Goodman, head of Marvel Comics at the time, told Spider-Man creator Stan Lee that he thought the new hero was a rotten idea for a comic book character. Goodman sincerely believed that the character would struggle to be accepted by Marvel fans for the simple fact that people were scared of spiders, so of course they would be scared of Spider-Man. But they moved forward with the character anyway, and honestly Goodman was completely wrong, as Spider-Man went on to be one of the most famous superheroes.
I mean, he is the most famous superhero of all time.
When you buy a domain name from domain.com, you get the power to
All right, buddy. All right, bro. I'm not gonna lie, you learned a lot. Half of those niggas, I don't think that was as bad as the that wasn't as bad as the mutant ones, because the mutant ones were like, that shit doesn't make, what the fuck? That shit made no sense. That shit made no sense, boy. Wait, what the fuck is this?
In a Marvel universe where anything could go wrong went wrong, the narrator Philip Sheldon explains how all the heroes died, starting with when the Avengers Quinjet got blown up by the government, taking down Iron.
I don't like this nigga's voice. I don't like that nigga's voice. Damn, that was actually kind of like, hold on. Is there any more like stupid characters? Wait, what the?
The worst mutant powers. Trevor Hawkins, also known as Eyeboy, was gifted with the power of having 57 eyes. Trevor wanted to use those eyeballs for good, so he decided to join the new Avengers. His eyes allow him to see things that most people would never even notice, and he can even see down to a microscopic level. But unfortunately, that doesn't help him very much in fights. He has the heart of a warrior, but most of the time he has to just hide behind his teammates because he has no real way to fight back. If he gets hit once or even tries to throw a punch, he'll give himself multiple black eyes. But
I just thought about that. I just thought about that. Wait, this nigga is useless. Bro, because yo, imagine he trying to fight. All right, let's throw him up, bro. As soon as he swings, my eyes. My eyes. Wait, does he have eyes on his feet? So he's literally giving himself a black eye every time. Hey, yo, bruh, what the fuck?
The worst part about the power is that he can't make any of the eyes go away, making him so depressed that he has to join a therapy group for non-passing mutants. The worst.
Damn, that's tough. So this nigga just literally has 37 eyes. I would not. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, bruh. Nigga said. Nigga said, my eyes. What the fuck, bruh? That shit is tough. All right. Damn. We almost really didn't have Spider-Man, huh? Imagine a world without Spider-Man or Hulk. That's not a world I would want to live in, bruh.